Welcome to Kaleidoscope S4IG. Let's talk. On the cricketing field, Roshan Mahanama is a legend. A member of the 1996 World Cup winning team, he's also an ICC match referee and one of the finest fielders and match referees in international cricket. His titular honour of Deshabandhu is well fitting. Roshan's passion, though, is not just cricket. It is in improving the lives of children, no matter in what strata of society they are. His ultimate goal, developing future citizens who can sustain themselves and our nation at large. His giving is driven through the Roshan Mahanama Foundation and no less than 10 other charities as well. Where he finds the time, we don't really know. And he is with us today on Let's Talk. Roshan, welcome and good to have you on the show. What are the biggest challenges underprivileged children in Sri Lanka face today?
I think the challenges that these children have is the basic rights. I think that's been taken away from them. Lack of education because the parents can't afford. Malnutrition is becoming a huge issue. These are areas that I've been involved and working with, and them not having a safe environment. Children get abused sexually, physically, and so on. And I think at the end of the day, children are our future, and it's important that we give them whatever we could, because if they suffer, on the long run, the country is going to suffer. There's only one center for children who've been sexually, physically abused. So my aim is to try and build another center or two, and to make sure that we create a safe environment for the children of our country, as they are going to be our future.
Where is the country falling short in actually addressing these issues?
There's no one policy, or there's no national policy. I think it's important that government organizations such as social welfare, health, women, child probation come together and have those national policies. I know there are policies that have been put in place with some of these government organizations, but there's no point in putting them in cupboards and keeping it. It's about implementing them. I think some of these government organizations have identified the areas that they should be getting involved. That's why I said there's no one plan, national plan for these to be implemented and taken forward.
What are the realities of children living in urban settings and rural settings?
Really speaking, Savithri, there's no difference really. Urban poverty is huge. I've been all over the last 1 year mainly. I have been visiting more or less all the places, these community places in and around Colombo, and I realized that urban poverty is huge and people don't realize, and the needs of children from the rural areas to some of these children is pretty much similar. It's just that the meals have been cut short from 3 to 2 to 1, and I think it's more in and around Colombo than in some of these places out of Colombo. And what happens is, yes, the parents' responsibility is to try and keep their children comfortable as much as possible. To do that, they'll sacrifice, but at the same time, I think the children also have to forego on certain things. So when it comes to food, education, even medication, they are being neglected in that sense because parents become helpless.
So, in working with children, what are some of the lessons you have learned along the way?
I think it's important that we create a conducive environment to children. I think it's the children that suffer if they are to face, when I say they, the parents are to face issues, because lack of education is not good for a country like us. I think the entire society, the country needs to come together, join hands, and give children, can be able, differently able, or whatever you want to call them. Everyone needs an opportunity, everyone has a talent, and as adults, our responsibility should be to show them their path and to try and help them to reach certain standard in life and to really showcase their true potential.
If you like Kaleidoscope, subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.